So I'm just going to record while I get ready. I know that you guys have not asked for a get ready with me video. I acknowledge that. I do. But I also need to multitask. So this works out. We're just going to get a get ready with me kind of video today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sweet Tea. I'm a singer on a weight loss journey. And I have lost plus 62 pounds with a lot of lifestyle changes. And I have used the GLP-1 medication, compounded Tirzepatide. So if any of those things interest you, we can chat through. Do have some weight loss updates to share with you guys, which I'm pretty excited about because for any of you who have been following my journey for any amount of time, you know that I named this channel the Turtle Diaries because I have felt like I have lost weight very slowly compared to other people on the journey. And again, comparison being the thief of joy, we don't do that around here. We do not compare. But I do think that it can be fairly discouraging for those of us who are, losing like the 0.5 per week or even in the beginning, I was only really losing, kind of a pound a week, which at that point felt very slow compared to other people. But now I would literally pay money to someone to lose a pound a week. And then, sorry, so I am going to sort of get ready with me, while we talk through this, but the Bobby Brown prep is always the best. So I have felt very like it's important to have a channel for the community to kind of like, oh, let's check in with Sweet Tea and see how she's doing on her little slow journey. Because when the weight slows down, which stalls, which is, when your weight loss stalls for weeks. So let's just say you have weeks where there's no loss. That is a stall. But when you get into months of no weight loss, that would be a plateau. And I don't mean like no weight loss. It's just you're in a range of weight for a number of months. That's what we consider a plateau, or what I have Googled and AI considers a plateau. So I have experienced stalls. And for the better part of 2021, I was also in a plateau, right? From March 2025 to November, really, is when I first saw a dip in my weight. So, yeah, I have been the person to just come on with sometimes no weight loss for months and months and months. And I know that there are other creators, experiencing that. It can be very discouraging, obviously. I have been pretty transparent about just documenting that journey, and you guys have checked in with me and been very supportive and encouraging. So I do appreciate that along the way. So yeah, I haven't done one of these. I'm gonna start really doing these like once a month so that I actually like have news to report because again, like I'm like not in the weekly situation anymore. And also noticing the weight slow down so significantly, I'm like, do I really want to tell you like I'm in week 85? Do you even know what that means? Week 85. Like, who's doing that math? Right. I use the NARS skin tint. It has SPF 30 in it for a little sunscreen protection. So yeah, like I don't know. I'm gonna stop doing weeks because weeks is ridiculous at this point. It's kind of like when your baby, when your baby is beyond 12 months. Can we just have the months at that point? Like, don't, when I ask you how old your baby is, please don't tell me she's 93 weeks. That's annoying. So I'm gonna stop the weeks. Like I was titling my video and I was like, I'm not doing this. Guys, it's been 18 months. Like that's how long it's been. And honestly, I'm going into 19. It's been 19 months on a GLP-1. Okay. So like From here on out, you're getting months. You ain't getting weeks. That's ridiculous. I'm going to stop. And I don't want you to have to do that math. That feels very unfair. Okay. Well, I'm in 19 months on a GLP-1, and like last year really slowed down because I had a hysterectomy, which I have a really detailed accounting of that on my channel. And also hormonal issues. I just turned 50. Yay. Spicy 50. And yeah, like hormones have been a factor. Okay. I found that leveling out my hormonal issues was a part of the healing that needed to take place to keep the journey moving forward, the weight loss journey moving forward. So I did have a hysterectomy last year and had to take time off of the GLP-1 medication. We can talk about that a little. And, I know there's a lot of people who have kind of said, take a break off the meds. And looking back at it, I think that I took a month off of the meds for my journey, my hysterectomy, and the weight did slowly start creeping downward after that. Now, I didn't gain weight while I was off the meds, so I had to lose what I gained, and then there have been incremental losses along the way, but I really don't think that's the reason why my plateau officially broke. I don't really blame that for being the reason as to why my plateau broke. The credit for my plateau breaking goes to walking. I know you guys are like, her and this walking, what is it? I love it. and to be quite honest, I wasn't doing enough of it. That is my confession. I was not walking enough steps to make a marketable dent in my journey. And I'm the first one to admit that. I had severe knee problems when I was 280 pounds when I started the journey. I had a knee that, dang near crippled me, right? And because of the pain attached to walking on a bad knee, I was doing between 3,500 and 5,000 steps a day, which good for me because I had to work my way up to that. My resting everyday walking rate was 1,200 steps, guys. So when I started a GLP-1 in May 2024, just me getting up to get 3,000 steps a day was pretty impressive. You know what I mean? I really had to work up to that. And I had to bust past the pain of that because my knee was still bothering me. For a long time at the beginning of the journey. I still had a really bad knee. So walking, I never prioritize. I know you have to move. I know you have to eat well. I know you need to change your health. I know there's certain things you need to do to lose weight. But I really, really underestimated walking. I want to say that. So, yes, after my surgery, I did get the hormonal help I needed. Things shifted in a better, healthier direction then, which I think, helped the weight to start moving again or losing again, to see losses again. But I really haven't seen any real change until recently. And that is because I committed to doing first 8,000 steps a day. And I can show proof. I like to put proof up here of my walking trends, but I think it was November. It was October and November where I was I'm going to do 8,000 steps a day. As soon as I felt really healed from my surgery and feeling better, I was I can step these steps up. Which some of you know, I got that idea from Skinny Talk, which can be a toxic place. It can be pretty toxic. No lies. But I think Skinny Talk which is also on YouTube. It's just a bunch of women who have lost a significant amount of weight who give like weight loss advice, and most or all of them are big walkers, like big walkers, and I have shared that with you. So yeah, the skinny talkers are like 10K steps a day, sis. That is the way, the truth, and the life. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me make that a goal now that I am healthier and more healed from my surgery, right? And so, yeah, I've been walking pretty consistently, like really prioritizing the 10K steps. I do have to break it up. In the mornings, I get on my walking pad and I can usually get like 3,500 in. And then I go on my work day. And then I might take a walk at lunch sometimes, or if it's a gym day for me, which I only go to the gym twice a week right now to lift. Um, and so at the gym, I will also get on the treadmill and walk for at least a half hour. And then at night, if I haven't gotten to my step goal, which if at night I get home and I'm like, oh, let me check my steps, I might have 8,000. I'm gonna have 9. I'll just hop on my walking pad and get the other 1,000 steps. And it's actually a really good setup because I end up watching, you know, you guys while I'm doing that. I turn on my TV. I turn on the YouTube content. I'll watch all of you amazing creators while I'm on my walking pad and just get those steps in. So it does take a lot of time to get 10,000. 10,000 steps is at least 4 miles for me, because I think it depends on like how fast you're walking. It's at least 10,000 steps for me, and like it's at least 4 miles for me. And so it does take almost 2 hours for me to get 10,000 steps. So I have to break that 2 hours up throughout the day. And it is very time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you. It takes up time to hit those benchmarks. But the weight is moving, guys. The weight is moving. So I want to give you a full report. I think the last time I came to you with an official weigh-in was December 24th, and I had made it to 218.6. I'm going to put the right things on the screen. I'm doing this from memory because I did not prepare to record an update for you guys. So sorry, I have been sick this past week. Sore throat, fever, chills, crazy. Please be careful out there. There is a terrible flu happening, and yeah, it's pretty horrible. Do you guys use Myrick's? Oh, it gives you such a lovely, like, sheeny, skinny feel to your makeup routine. I just started using it, Black owned. It's really, like, it gives you like this sheen. You see that? It's not even like a color. It's like a blurring. It's called the blurring balm. And it's kind of like putting a pretty sheeny oil over your makeup. Oh my God, I love it. Because it makes your makeup look like fresh, dewy skin. I don't know. Danessa's that girl. So, I just want to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Danessa is that girl. Oh, Danessa Myrick's. Y'all go Google it. Anyway, oh God, it's so sheeny. Oh. Anyway, she's amazing. Anyway, ADHD, stay focused. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking to you about steps. Yes, I do have to break up the steps, right? Now, as far as other exercise, I know that we're doing some challenges and we're squatting and lifting. And I think all of those things are extremely important. I think that strength training has also restarted my metabolism. I don't want to belittle the power of strength training. I started to lift heavier. Like I have weights here at home, but I was doing my home weights, which were 10 and 12 pounds. I was doing my home weights twice a week and not seeing any movement on the scale. Like that wasn't, doing YouTube videos with home weights didn't get the needle moving. My provider actually suggested that I think about doing the gym weights and lifting heavier, because as you get older, you want to maintain your muscle so that you can also maintain your bone health. And so I really decided to start going to the gym and lifting heavier because of hormonal issues and also, bone density protection and just for longevity's sake. Not, I really was like, okay, well, if it helps the weight loss journey, that's an amazing side effect. But really, I did it because she was like, girl, you need to be lifting heavier. So, what do I mean by lifting heavier? I think I'm like doing reps at 35 pounds now in my upper body. And then in my lower body, I'm pressing like 120 pounds in my squats. And so, yeah, like much heavier than what I was doing here at home, you know? So it's been, I think that as well has shifted my weight loss because it has stimulated my metabolism. Whenever you're building muscle, it does stimulate your metabolism. So I got to give credit to that. Credit has to be given to that. These are just the Morphe sun drops. I live in California, so it really needs to look like everybody likes to look like they got a tan. like like we're sun kissed. Even though it's been raining here for 4 weeks, we need to look like we've been in the sun, which especially for us cream colored ladies. It really helps. So I use a little Morphe sun drops bronzing. I don't know. I got so much stuff, guys. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing that and walking 10K steps a day, which I will put proof on the screen of that. And then of course tracking my food like in a major way. I'm not at the point, I know that some of us 18, 2 years in are at the point where we're intuitive eating. I'm not there. I'm not at a place. I don't think I'm going to intuitively eat until I get to maintenance. I'm gonna keep it 100. As long as I am in the weight loss zone and losing weight, sis is gonna be tracking calories. And I think that is 100% an individual decision because it depends on you. Like, what are your challenges? And one of my things before I started the journey was emotional eating, binge eating. And I really just feel like an accountable diary helps me from doing any of that. Because I'm just like, oh no, we're not doing that. Like, this is more of an identity shift for me. And I can easily look at the tracker and go, before lady would have done that. But this lady doesn't do that. She's not eating 1,000 calories a night because she's got cravings. Like, absolutely not. We've come too far by faith. Leaning on the Lord. Ooh, that might be the song of the week. It really might be. So, yeah, I feel excited to tell you that my last weigh-in was 216.8, which means I have lost, what is that, guys? I'll put it on the screen. But the point is the weight is not the same. It is coming down. And I was solidly stuck between 225 and 220 most of 2025, which is really ironic that all those numbers are kind of, anyway, I digress. The point is that I'm in these two teams and I'm working my way down to 16.8 was my latest weigh-in. I don't know why my app likes to round up, my weight app, but that's a lie. It'll show. I'm going to start showing what it says on the scale because when it goes into the app, for some reason, sometimes it rounds up a point or two, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I want credit for every cent a pound. Or is that what no, that's not what that is. So my last step, and this varies by person, but my dark circles are always like kind of the last thing I do. I don't know why. I'd be kind of feeling like when I don't start here, I can't address them as well. So I do this last. I do a little boop down the middle. Anyway, so yes, we made it to 216. Yay, 16.8. This, I think if I get to 210, it'll be a 70-pound weight loss because I started as 280, as you guys know. And that, Lord, that's just going to make me so happy. It's going to make me so happy. And a lot of you are like, well, what is your goal? And I've been pretty vague about the goal, right? Because recently I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a size 12, 14 at this weight, which is just like a dream size for me. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, I'm still obese. My BMI is still a problem. I'm not at a healthy weight yet, which is the goal at this age. It's not about cuteness so much anymore, guys. It is about, are we healthy? And I'm like, I'm not yet. I'm healthier, but I am not in the healthy weight zone. And that's not going to happen until 280 pounds. 180, which is, again, it's always my goal to have a 100-pound weight loss, which at that point I will consider myself in maintenance and go from there. But 180 is now the goal. It's like my official goal. And when I get there, I'm going to feel like, okay, now I need to learn maintenance, which if you watch some of the creators on here, maintenance is a whole other beast. How do you keep the weight off? How do you maintain the weight? All your healthy habits still have to be at play. And I know that from watching amazing people like Simply Taisha and the Patrice Denise. There's a lot of people who are incredible models of what a healthy maintenance looks like. So I'm like very aware that this ain't over. This ain't over till God says so. Anyway, this is such a chit-chatty video, and like I know there's a lot going on. I apologize. But I didn't want to not come to you guys. I've been behind on making any content, and getting sick kind of derailed me. But I did promise to be coming to you weekly, with just anything. Walk and talks I do walk and talks on this channel. I do these little sit down catch ups. I did the try on video, and thank you guys for all of the love on that video. I didn't expect that you would love it that much, but I so appreciate everything. And then now I'm going live on Sundays. So I wanted to do like more of a self-care situation on Sunday, which is my goal, because I think at this point in the journey, self-care is so important, crucially important. Oh, I forgot to Just the eyebrows. You guys might be wondering what's happening with my lashes. I was on a lash break because, as you know, if you're wearing false lashes, they do need to kind of have a moment to grow back or get thicker. So I was just using like this serum from The Ordinary to kind of get my lashes coming back in, and they're doing really well. So I'm actually going to be installing them today. I was going to do that here with you, but like, that's just not something I can multitask and do. It takes amazing concentration to get them on there. So I haven't gotten to the place where I can film that. When I do, I will do a last installation video for you for sure. I will be going live on Sunday just to catch up with y'all and talk through this new weight loss. I'm feeling really good that the weight is moving again. I 100% attribute it to step count. I do. I know people have thoughts about that, but like nothing else has moved the needle so drastically. It really hasn't. Nothing else has done it for me. Let's put a little e.l.f. lip gloss on. It's so hydrating. Nothing else has done it for me. It really hasn't. I have really wanted to, I've tried everything. I've wanted to try all sorts of things. I was losing my mind a little, and kind of like going nuts about how to get the scale moving. And these 10K steps a day has done the trick. And I really attribute it to that. I really do. I really do at this point. I really do. So, yeah. However you feel about that, you put that in the comments. You tell me what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like it could be something else, you've heard me say that I've tried and done, but like, no, it's been the walking. The walking is fat burning. It keeps me in a calorie deficit. It helps my mental health to stay in the game. It's been a game changer, and I'm actually headed out for a walk after we talk. But I love you guys. I will see you very soon. Stay tuned. I've got a song of the week for you. I love you. Talk soon. Bye. Okay, lashes are on. Tell me if you guys want a lash tutorial. I mean, it's yeah, just let me know. I was thinking about it, and yes, the song of the week. I already hummed it a little, but I'm gonna give you the big. I think the song of the week should always be something that kind of helps encourage us for what's happening in right now on our journeys, and also in the world, right? The world, guys. Please know if you're following me, if you subscribe to my channel, if you like this video, you are on my prayer list, okay? Because like life is hard right now. I acknowledge that, and I think that old songs and prayers is our best way to fight for our joy, for our hope, all of those things. So you're on my prayer list. Please know that. And my song of the week is "We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He's never failed me, never. Oh, can't turn around. We've come this far by faith. One more time. We've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He's never failed me yet. Oh, can't turn around. We've come this far by faith. Have a great week. Love you guys. See you soon. Mwah. Bye.